Good afternoon, everyone. We're here today with a great announcement for the Bensalem community for our Department of Public Safety. We're here today at the Union Fire Station. It is now part of the Bensalem Volunteer Fire Department, the new consolidated department. And the announcement today is that we will now have our third ambulance station running out of this firehouse to deliver services to the lower end of Bensalem. This is something that was committed to by Mayor Joe DiGirolamo during the consolidation process over the past 3 years, that we would not forget the residents here and that we would continue our services here to make sure those services are delivered, especially in times of severe storms and flooding, which the residents are concerned about here. So at this time, I would like to introduce Mayor Joe DiGirolamo, who was the lead on this and who brought this to the township. And then after him speaking will be Director Tom Topley from our Bensalem EMS, who will really describe for you what these services bring and what having access to this building will now bring to the township. Mayor?
Thank you, Bill. This is monumental for us down here at the lower end. First of all, we have to thank DMS and Tom Topley and all of the people you see behind us to make this work in Bensalem. This is a very, very important project. It's 3 years in the making. It's finally come to fruition. We want everybody to understand that there will always be EMS here and there will always be security for fire in case they need it because of the problems we have on State Road and Station Avenue flooding. So we'll keep this community lower end safe at all times. It was a commitment and we live by that commitment. So we're very, very fortunate today to say it's, they've been down here for about a week now, but it's really opening day for all of us and for the community to know and get and understand why we're here today and what a big, big day this is for Bensalem. Any time that we can give more security to our community between our police, fire, and EMS, we're doing it. This is what we're about here in Bensalem, a safe community. And we'll continue to do it wherever the needs are needed here in Bensalem. That this is a big, big step for us here, and we're certainly all the gratitude to the volunteer fire companies that helped us get to this point, and Tom Topley. I want to bring up, before I bring up Tom Topley, I'll bring up Joe Knowles to say a few words. Joe?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I'm Joe Knowles. I'm the president of Township Council, and we work really hard along with Ed Kisselback and Joe Polari and Stacy Champion and Michelle Benitez, our council, to make sure we took care of this part of Bensalem. My brother John Knowles was the president of Union Fire Company, so we were on the phone a lot. And my grandfather John Barron actually opened this firehouse up because of the flooding, because they had horses back then. The horses couldn't get through the water. But we're proud to have the ambulance down here, and there was a flooding problem. We'll station some fire trucks down here to make sure people are covered. Thank you, Mayor, for everything you do for Bensalem.
It's a team effort. I always talk about teams. Teams make it work. No individual gets things done without a team, so we're lucky with that. And now Tom Topley, the director of our EMS. Tom?
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to go with the sentiments of the Director of Public Safety and Mayor, Councilman Knowles, that we're here to stay. I want to thank the mayor, council, the Bensalem Volunteer Fire Department for having the foresight to put us here. I approached the mayor quite some time ago and said in the next 3 to 5 years, I think we need to open a station in the Andalusia area. There's construction projects going on, there's weather events, traffic, and sometimes it's a little hard for us to get down here. I have some ties to this area and this firehouse. I spent the first 6 years of my life just a few blocks from here on Station Avenue, and then my family moved right across from St. Elizabeth's Convent on Langstroth Lane in Bensalem. I grew up here, I knew a lot of families here, and it's very important to me that we service the people of Andalusia and Corals Heights the best we can. Captain Milt Major was a firefighter who passed away in the line of duty many, many years ago. I was on the ambulance that took him to the hospital. He was a member of Union Fire Company. So we have the monument to the fallen firefighters from Union Fire Company over here, which we are trying to preserve, and the playground in the back dedicated to Captain Milt Major we're trying to preserve. The purpose of us being down here is exactly what we're going to better our response times. They aren't They're well within the state guidelines now. We get anywhere in Bensalem usually within 8 minutes of dispatch, which is incredible. But we wanted to prepare for the future, construction projects, traffic projects, weather events, and be down here where we can really help the people of Andalusia and Cornwalls Heights. The Bensalem Volunteer Fire Department was very generous in helping us get in this building. I also want to thank our staff. Ralph Huddick in particular spent a week down here cleaning and preparing and moving furniture. And we always wondered how long it would take to actually move into a station if we got one. And we did it in 3 weeks. Incredible work by our staff, our chiefs, and Ralph. I'm happy to take any questions or anything.
Is this staffed 24/7?
Currently, it's going to be staffed during the day, and we're hiring staff to staff it from 8 a.m. till midnight. After midnight, the call volume and the traffic in Bensalem slows greatly. So with our current 2 medic units at off after midnight shift, we can handle all the jobs quite adequately. If there's a weather event or some emergency we predict where it'd be tough to come down here, this will be staffed over the midnight hours.
And when you say, to expand back on that weather event, should there be that weather event, anticipation of a storm or something, there'll be fire apparatus as well over here too?
Yes, the fire company plans on sending apparatus down here. They actually still have these 3 bays available to them for anything they need to do.
You're not changing any of the name or anything?
There'll be some new signage, but we do want to preserve as much of the history of the firehouse as possible.
Already, if you
Yeah, so
notice.
that.
One more time, this was just not used current, what was happening here until this?
You want to handle that, Director?
That's a good question. So from 2022 till the end of 2023, we went through a consolidation of our 6 legacy fire companies to form one volunteer service, Bensalem Volunteer Fire Department. I would specifically like to thank their leadership, their president and vice president and chief. They could have sold this property. That's something the township did not want. We feel it's a part of Bensalem fabric, and the mayor's commitment and our Department of Public Safety's commitment was to make sure we still had EMS service out of here and fire service when needed. So they did a great job, and they were very generous to the township in allowing this and facilitating this. So we're glad it's here to stay, and it's service to the community. It's life-saving efforts out to the community. So I would reiterate what's been said. Thank you to the men and women behind me who serve our Bensalem EMS and do an incredible job, our volunteer firemen, our career staff, everyone who comes together, and our police officers to make Bensalem safe. But thank you all. Any other questions?
Yeah, really quick. Not specific, but what does it mean as far as response times for this area of Bensalem? Kind of a little, not hardcore specifics, but just kind of like a broad overview.
As you heard Director Topley say, typically they're out in 8 minutes or on scene for all of our services. You know what street roads like, 95's like on Route 1 during the day. We blow up to about 250,000 people coming through the town during the day. That significantly drops to the 60,000s at night. So at nighttime, it's much easier to get through the township to respond more efficiently and effectively. But during these peak hours, having a strategic placement here will greatly enhance their ability to give life-saving measures to someone in need.
I guess just to follow up on that, you said your response time was 8 minutes and you're around, in here. But what do you think your response time might improve to at the station?
I mean, it's going to shave minutes off our response time. And you have to remember, response times are an average. They're not always from where our station is, or we're not always in our station. We're very busy. But from here, for example, to Salem Harbor, which is the farthest point in Bensalem, is about a 3-minute drive. So, you call 911, dispatcher takes a couple minutes to take the information. We're dispatched, out the door within a minute. We're shaving minutes off response times.
And what would that be in comparison if you didn't have this year?
Again, response times are average. Our average is 8 minutes. It's probably 10 to 12 minutes to get to Salem Harbor from our station now.
I don't know who can answer this. Did the response time change after this station was closed for the fire department?
We did not see a response time change at this point. There's another fire department within a mile of this location on Route 13, so we're still confident in our fire suppression response, but the demand for EMS, like in all communities, has risen greatly over the past few years, so that's why this was a priority to have our EMS, this additional station, added for our township response. And everyone here can think about it. If you're sitting at home and someone starts choking at your table, seconds matter. So shaving minutes off of a response time, I can't really emphasize how important and how critical that is for these first responders.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang.
All right.